Hey guys, DJ from PTA. Want to go over two particular trades today. Today I wasn't at the desk, was in the Discord on my phone, and moving around. Has a few things, personal things I needed to take care of. And just my luck, the day that I don't trade is when Rdbx, which we have been screaming out in the Discord all week, that this thing may move. It actually moved the day I'm not at the desk. So I want to go over two trades. COGT popped up on the scanner pre-market, and this is the two trades that were actually taken by some of the staff and a few others that was talked about in the Discord. But these are the two major plays. I want to go over those and kind of give you an idea of what was going on in this trade. So Rdbx, I want you to take a look at the daily right now, so you can kind of get an understanding of what really happened. When you look at this trade, remember I talk about areas of support and resistance, okay? What most people don't see or don't understand is where is these areas of resistance and support at. When it comes to your charting, you want to take a look at volume base as well as where the stock is headed. So one of the key things you had to look at was the actual drop, and this will give you a key concept of how stocks move, so on and so forth. We're gonna put this at $5 just to kind of give you an idea. So let me redraw this so you guys can kind of take a look at this full scope. Now part of this I draw out just to kind of show you areas, but I want you to pay attention to the zones. So you had basically this area from when the stock opened, okay? There the stock went up to 27.22. It then bounced off of this area here, so this is acting as support, and then ultimately it turned around and acted as resistance, broke down to a new support area, bounce into this line being previous month high, and then broke down to that resistance, treated it as support, then went back to resistance, and then broke away to a new support. When you're looking at trades, you got to look at where the extensions are. That's what makes an area critical. That means price bounced. So when price bounced up to an area, then it falls down to an area, and then bounced away again, that is a key area. So let's go over that. It bounced up to here, okay? Then it fell down to the same area. Then it began to break down to a new area, bounced up into what we call previous month high. Then it treated it as support. Resistance. And then from there, it broke down to another support. So this space in between here and here is the meat of the move. That's where all the volume is, whether you see it or not. This is where all the volume is in this area. Okay? So when the stock pulled back up over that area, notice how it went right back into this resistance. So this all here is volume. So they bounced it back down into support, climbed back up to the same area again, pulled back to to support, broke up. This line here is previous week high, came back and then respected resistance and made a new support. Now ultimately, if you look at this full scope, you can see that this was a lot of shorts in this area. You had a ton of shorts at this 930 area, and then you had 2 days worth of shorts sitting in that same area too. So shorts and shorts wasn't looking too good for them. So when you break it down like that and know your areas, now you can go back and look at the smaller time frames to get an idea of where things were going. So not only did the stock respect that area, it pulled away, it trapped. Now this is similar to my other video on AERC. When you get a chance, take a look at that video. But AERC did the same thing, dropped below support, treated as resistance, and then came back and respected. So just in this area here is where a lot of people got trapped. Let's go over that one more time. It took the support line, trapped everybody, and then came back and respected it. Now this right here, they did the same thing, but this is on very, very low volume here. And then they pulled it back up. Now, if you're looking at this full scope, you have to pay attention to the key areas intraday. Notice how the stock can't really get over this price here, 1050s. So the same way they do during the day is the same thing they do on the other side on the longs and shorts. So remember, they trapped them here and then respected it. Did a small little trap here and then came back up. Remember that it resistance. Let me paint that red so you can know the difference. So now this is acting as resistance, 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 resistance. This right here became all resistance. So this is the buildup for when they're trying to take it higher. So you had a lot of shorts right here trying to get into position. A lot of shorts right here. A whole lot. A lot of massive volume coming into the day. Volume didn't really respect that until later part. So as soon as it got back up here to this 10 area, see the wicks, 1050 area, this one actually hit 1050 and pulled down. This one actually hit 1050 and pulled down. This one actually hit 1050 and pulled down. So when you start seeing that, you know that 1050 is a critical area. So what happened? They went up to 1050, closed above it, 1061, and then pulled down. Then they had a massive down candle on the 5-minute, and then they crept it back up. Why? Because it didn't knock out the previous swing low, so it's still in play. It's still a stock in play. So this is where patience come in at. Your swing low was here. Swing high was here. Swing low was here. Swing low was here. Swing high was there. So if you look at it properly, what you can see is it's creating higher swing lows and higher swing highs. So what's happening is that this was support, this became support, and then that became support. Those support levels are always higher than the previous support area, so it's bound to crush going into a 1050 breakout for the move up. Notice how it hit the 12 area, came back, respected it, came back, double retest, and then went to 14. So it's opportunity 1 and opportunity 2 to join the trade. Me, I'm one that would have tried to get in early because I like buying the support. I would have brought it or purchased it around here. once it made this leg up, I wanted to see how I respect this 1050 area, and I would have probably placed my trade there, because I would have saw this like that. Now how does that look if you go down trading secret? See how these bottoms connect? See how that lines up perfectly? And that was just off the first two. That was off the first 30-minute candle low and the second 30-minute candle low. So if you was in this trade and you just low and then you extended it, by the time you go back down to the 1 minute and saw it, you would have knew that this was a key area. It bounced, so the first line it bounced, and then it came back and then respected it. So this is the next 30-minute candle. So let's go to it. 30 minutes, there we go. So this first 30 minutes was at 9:30. This one was at 10. Remember, this one pulled up at 10:30. So you would have just waited. So this is 9:30. It's the 9:30. That was about the 10 o'clock right there. 10 o'clock low. And then the 10:30 low was at 10:38. Got in right here. $0.20 risk. 21 cent risk. $4 gain. So when it comes down to trading, this is the things you look at when you're looking at trades. Does it line up? Wait for the time frames to line up. Visualize it. You could have even played it like this. If you're a breakout person, could have looked at it and say, you know what? I looked at it here. Looked at it here. Let me break it down. Let me look at the 5 minute, and then let me look at the 1 minute. I bought a breakout, risk to the previous swing low. It broke out, came back, retest, and kept going. So even if you looked at it from a 30-minute breakout, because that was your last red candle, could have did it from there. It's just how you view the chart, and understanding other people's strategies help out as well. The next trade I'm going to go over is COGT. Now, COGT gapped up, gave a lot back today, but still was a good rally. So let's go down to the 1 hour and see that it really didn't give you too much of any areas. So, I mean, you could have, the stock kind of was sporadic and kind of bounced around, but, I mean, you probably could have used this area here because it did break down from here and then break up. Then they respected it here, left up here, respected it here, bounce, bounce, bounce. This is clearly some type of resistance. So let's move this to 870. And then we're going to move this to 751. Or 750, I should say. So yeah, there's confusion, drop, confusion, lift, confusion, drop, drop, and just kept collapsing. You can use this area as support and resistance. Resistant, broke out, left, support, resistance right into previous month high, collapse, fall. So it's 627. We make that 630. And then that's pretty much it. So let's go to the 1 hour. You saw the 1 hour there. Let's go to the 1 minute, 5 minute. As soon as it broke out from support, now resistance, came back, respected, came up, back at 750. Then it came back, respected it. And this is probably where everybody got anxious or got into the trade, just looking at the sheer volume. Now, take a look at this. Let's go back to the 5-minute. Big ramp up, boom, and then another ramp up. Not using as much volume as before. So after it respected, it went up, hit the 870 zone, pulled back, respected. So it was acting resistance, now support, pulled away from it, and then kept going. So the key areas are always going to be shown from the higher time frame, helping you understand what a chart is and what it's doing and so on and so forth. Your goal is to always find good moves within that. You know, the biggest thing you want to do is make sure you're getting in where you need to be getting in at. That was a clear triangle there. Into the support, into the resistance, now acting as support, and then it reached $2. You literally could have played this with this type of price action. You could have played it right there and risked off of 881, 870, 11 cents, win $2. So let's not complicate things. Just focus on the chart, focus on the price action, focus on what you can actually see while you're trading. And that's the key to having successful trades, is to always keep an idea of where you're at in the trade, as well as what support and resistance is, the true support and resistance. And again, if you can't see it, there's always a better way of circling back. You know, you could have easily circled back to the 15-minute and knew that this area here was support, that this area here is support. So when you're in an actual trade and it's real time, you take the data from the past and use it to help you and get an idea of where the areas are. Where's the areas of support? Where's the areas of resistance? When it made support here, it pretty much took everybody out from $8 down and kept it going. So guys, if you have any questions, concerns, leave it in the comments. Click the like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos of content that we release. And also by hitting the like button, it helps other people see this to help improve their trading as well. And as always, guys, as I tell all new traders and old, stay studying and stay focused.